Now, as we're wrapping up this 2023 holiday season, you may have a few extra bucks in your pocket now due to gifts or whatever from family members, and you're looking to get a new snare drum in your collection. Well, in this video, I'm gonna show you a snare drum that's pretty affordable in price, and in my opinion, has the biggest bang for your buck. What's going on, everybody? Nick Costa here, and in this video I'm going to be showing you the Ludwig Universal Beech Snare Drum. Now, this re-released Universal series, Ludwig had 4 wood snare drums, a mahogany, walnut, cherry, and beechwood, which is the one that I have here, as well as a black nickel over brass snare drum. Now, before we dive into this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button, as well as the bell notification. That way you're notified of any additional content that I upload to the channel. So if you've been following the channel for quite some time, and thank you if you have been, then you saw the first video that I made when this drum was first released. The Universal Series snare drums from Ludwig were designed with the working drummer in mind, or the individual who was looking for a really good sound, but at a more affordable price. Now, rather than offering those traditional wood species that you see with snare drums, or drums in general, which are primarily birch and maple, Ludwig came out with 4 different wood species. Mahogany for that dark vintage tone, walnut for something if you wanted it to be even deeper than that, cherry if you prefer something that is brighter and more direct, and beechwood, which kind of sits in the middle, is a little more of a darker tone, but can have a bright characteristic when tuned higher. Now, out of all of the exotic woods that drums are made out of, beechwood is my personal favorite, only because of the broad tuning range that it has. You can get a really low fundamental note out of beechwood if it's tuned low, but it has a lot of bite and attack if you tune it up pretty high. Now, you can find this Ludwig Universal Beech snare drum at any Ludwig retailer for under $500. And when you think about it, when it comes to snare drums, that's a pretty affordable price. All right, let's talk about the specs of this drum for a second. The shell is a 6.5 by 14. That's depth by diameter, 6-ply beechwood shell. Now, Ludwig's website says that the edges on this drum are a standard 45-degree bearing edge. Hardware on this drum are 10 double-sided tube lugs, as well as Ludwig's P88 eye throw-off and the P35 butt plate. Hoops are your standard 2.3 millimeter triple flange hoops. And finally, the snare wires are your Ludwig standard snare wires. Now, for this video, I have my preferred heads for a snare drum, which are the Remo Ambassador X coated on the top and an Ambassador snare side on the bottom. Now, the Remo Ambassador X coated is my first choice for a snare head because it is a single ply head, but rather than being 7 mils, it's 10 mils. That means it's a bit more durable, especially when you're digging into the drum, and it keeps it nice and open because it is a 1-ply head. For a drum like this, that is the type of sound that I would prefer, but if I did want to control the sound a bit, that's when I would put a CS dot on it. So just like every other Snare Saturday video and snare demo video that I upload to the channel, I'm gonna put this drum through the ringer by playing through a few different tunings. I'm gonna start out in a lower tuning and work my way up to a higher tuning to hopefully hit the sound that you prefer. So enough of me talking, let's dive into playing. as you can hear, this drum does have a pretty broad tuning range. Once again, characteristic of beech wood. And because it does have a 45-degree bearing edge on it, you are going to get a bit more of a direct sound. And when you complement that with 10 lugs, the drum is going to be pretty direct and punchy. However, in those lower tuning ranges, you can hear that it has a good amount of resonance to it. Either way, I would love to get your feedback and what you thought of this drum, so feel free to leave it in the comment section below, letting me know. Also, if you have any other additional questions on this snare drum, feel free to leave it in the comment section below as well, and I'll try my best to answer them. Now, if you wanted to see some of the earlier videos from the Snare Saturday series, I put a link in the description below, and I'll have another one pop up right up here. Finally, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure that you give it a thumbs up. That way it makes it a little bit easier for others to find it. And that is it. Thank you so much for checking out this video on the Ludwig Universal Beech Snare Drum. And until next time, see you later.